by the spring, I don't want to do anything. I want to take all the easy classes. And summer's approaching. Like, once that sun comes out, I'm thinking about how I need to be living my summer, okay?
I've been suffering. I suffered for 19 years. It's time for me to shake my ass on a yacht. In a thong.
Hello everyone, my name is Christelle and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I will be talking about how you can make this spring semester your spring semester, the best you got.
I'll be the best I can, but when I got
As you know, the spring semester is upon us. Some of you have already started. Some of you, well, actually, by the time this video comes out, y'all will probably be well into the spring semester, actually. I started this past Friday, the 17th. Today of this recording is 20th, MLK Day. Shout out.
to freedom!
Now, am I some expert in school and everything? No, actually. I feel like every semester is different every single time. Something's always going on, whether it's more stressful, weird professors, there's always something going on. And what I try to do is use everything I've learned from the previous semesters and see how I can apply it to the new semester, whether that's choosing classes, choosing professors, all that kind of stuff, everything. So we'll basically be going over everything on how I will be trying to make this spring semester my spring semester, and hopefully that maybe it can inspire you to make a few changes, use a few of these tips, which is me just yapping on how kind of scared I am. Yeah. So first, I just want to reflect on the fall semester, fall 2024. I would give fall 2024 semester 7.5, 8 out of 10 for the fall semester. I think I've had worse semesters. So what I do for each semester, I try to make my fall 2024 semester the hardest semester. I try to take all the stressful classes that I need to take, because by the spring I don't want to do anything. I want to take all the easy classes. And summer's approaching. Like, once that sun comes out, I'm thinking about how I need to be living my summer, okay?
I've been suffering. I suffered for 19 years. It's time for me to shake my ass on a yacht. In a thong.
But for this semester, I didn't really follow my plan of taking the harder classes in the fall and taking the easier classes in the spring. Last semester, did 15 credits, 1 job, 2 clubs, that's it. This semester, I'm taking 18 credits. I'm trying to do 2 to 3 clubs. And also this year I have 2 jobs. So, and I also want to post consistently on YouTube. See, now that I'm saying that out loud, I realize how much I screwed myself over. So I will tell you the challenges that I faced last semester, which weren't that bad. The only thing was just a professor that was just dragging me through the mud, and he kept a smile on his face the whole time. I think he enjoyed torturing us. I think he enjoyed stressing us out, because he was always laughing, always giggling, and ain't nothing funny, so I'm confused. But definitely the lesson that I learned last semester was to keep advocating for myself, to be very communicative with my professors, try to get the help that I need. Something that I would like to implement more into this coming semester is to have more structure. Like, I never really have structure, because again, every semester tends to be different scheduling, different professors, different ways of note-taking and learning. But yeah, having more structure I think will really help me. And having more of a concrete schedule of not just my classes, but time in between classes where I can do work, or what I can edit a YouTube video, waking up earlier maybe to get a workout in, because I do want to start working out more. And I've already started, but definitely, obviously, I'm going to keep that routine, keep that consistency of working out at least 3 times a week. And sometimes that means maybe waking up at 5:30 in the morning. Yeah, so that's something that I will try to be implementing. So when it comes to setting routines, which is something that I figured out that I can't really do as much as other people. Of course, if I want to wake up at 5:30 in the morning, some days I'm gonna have to go to sleep pretty early. So that probably means, no scrolling on. Well, TikTok's kind of back now. I don't know, not for long, but it's here. Going on YouTube, going on IG, going on TikTok, and scrolling. Girl, you can't do that. Trying to go to sleep as early as 10:30 p.m. The latest like 11:30. I definitely don't want to go to sleep past 12. Now that I'm really starting school. And the earliest I've been going to sleep is like, I would say 12:01. And you're probably like, girl, that's like really late. Like, come on now. Listen, during the break, I was going to bed at 5 in the morning. And that's the time my dad will wake up for work. Right. And that's when I knew. See, the thing is, I would literally hear the birds chirping. And that would not make me want to go to sleep. I'm like, but once I hear my father's footsteps and I see that light turn on, I'm like, oh yeah, I should probably get some sleep if my dad's literally waking up to go to work. But yeah, sometimes I'll walk out, I'm looking at him, he looking at me. And I'm like, bro, I don't know. I don't know. But I definitely am a big believer in setting realistic routines. At first, of course, when the new year comes and you have these big goals and dreams for yourself. And one of my goals is that I wanted to work out 5 days a week.
Bitch, you ain't never in a million fucking years.
Girl, are you slow? Like, are you stupid? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're someone you've never really been consistent, like you'll work out maybe once a week, take 5 months off and then start working out once a week again. You think you can go from that to 5 times a week consistently? Let's be so for real right now. Like I'm not gonna lie to myself. That's the one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to lie to myself. So these are the goals that I kind of had for last semester that I will continue to have for this semester. And that is just to pass. Just to pass. I'm sorry. I know people are like, I want that 4.0. I want that, like obviously, of course, I definitely want like a 3.5 and above. But I'm not going to be obsessing over a grade. I've spent a long time trying to separate myself from academic, guilt or stress as much as possible. Because growing up, that really messed with my head when it came to like obsessing over grades and all that stuff. So I try my best to just let it be. Even this past semester, I was still kind of obsessing. And that's when I learned, okay, like a grade is just a grade. If you do an assignment and you gave it your all and you didn't do well, of course, talk to a professor, see what you can do, all that stuff. But if it's like a test or if there's no way to even change that score, there's nothing you could do. Like dwelling over that is only gonna make you more depressed. So what I learned to do is move on, learn from what you did, and like just keep going. Like there's no time, especially in college, there's no time to dwell on what you failed on. A goal or a tip that I think would be great also is choosing an elective that just is interesting to you, that maybe it doesn't even have to do with your major and you just have a desire to learn something else aside from your major, if that's even possible, having like a free elective and stuff that doesn't really have to do with your major. I think that's also cool, doing an elective that just makes you learn something new and just makes you happy. I don't think everything that you have to do in every club that you have to take has to be completely related to your major. I honestly don't think that. I think college is definitely a time for you to branch out and see other things that you like, other things that you may like, trying new things. Like I think if you just focus on your major and what you can do that's specific to your major, I think you're gonna be losing out on a lot of things that you could possibly learn. I don't even really have study goals or even study clips, but a lot of my classes are very application heavy rather than memorization, because of course a lot of communications is doing rather than memorizing. You can memorize all the communication terms you can, but if you don't know how to apply it, then like what's the point? But a goal that I do really do want to set for myself, managing that stress. I be stressed out. Learning how to manage it, learning how to minimize it as much as possible, and just having a healthy balance between like work and school and the things that I enjoy, which are of course doing YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, I do want to include that as a goal even in my spring semester, plan for this year, of still being consistent, still enjoying the things that I like to do that aren't school related. And of course, another habit that I really need to actually do better at is sleep. I can tell, like, when they say sleep really do affect you, like it does. Like I notice when I can't use my brain to its fullest capacity after a terrible night of sleep. Like I know how empty my brain is when I get like 4 hours or 5 hours of sleep. So I really do want to try to get at least 7 hours of sleep this semester. Now you're probably wondering, Christelle, how are you actually gonna stick to this? Bro, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying it, and I'm hoping that I actually do it. No, but like actually, this might help someone maybe, but what I am trying to program my brain to do is, let's say for example, I don't want to work out, right? But my plan is to work out at least 3 times a week. In my mind, I'm like, okay, God gave me a fully functioning body. The least I could do is work out and try to better my body. And the same thing goes for eating right. God gave me a fully functioning body. The least I could do is eat a few vegetables, eat some fruit. Let's say I don't want to study, I don't want to do my homework. A lot of people do not have the privilege of going to college like I do. So the least I could do is do a little homework, is work on a paper, is study for a test. You know what I mean? It's like expressing gratitude and also realizing that like this is the least you could do. This is the least you could do. Just do something. That's what I'm trying to program myself to do, is like, wow, I'm actually blessed in more ways than I realize. Or of course I realize that I'm blessed and I have a lot of privileges, but actually like actively thinking that and actively like saying it out loud, that forces me to actually do it when I change my perspective in that way. But of course, that's the mental side or the spiritual side. But like the physical, simple stuff like Google Calendar. I love Google Calendar. That's my Shayla for real, Google Calendar. And also my physical calendar. But obviously I want to start putting things from my physical calendar in my Google Calendar to actually plan out and like see the time blocks. Because if I just say, okay, this class, do this assignment, this class, do this assignment, girl, when are you gonna find time? Like, you know what I mean? Actively putting it in the calendar and visually seeing in what time blocks I can do what, I think is going to be very beneficial for me. I know there's apps like Notion, and I actually do have Notion. I just don't use it for school. I've actually only started using it for YouTube planning. But I've heard like Notion is really good. And I actually like it for YouTube. And maybe once I start really knowing how to use it, then I can start implementing it into my school life. So little tips for me on staying motivated on achieving these goals and getting myself through the spring semester is not looking at it as a semester. Because when I look at a semester, I'm like, whew, girl, you gonna keep this up all the way till May? And girl, no, let's focus on January. Matter of fact, let's focus on this week. Matter of fact, let's actually just focus on getting through the day, actually. I think thinking about it like that makes it less of a chore. And another tip for staying motivated that I think can help me and also probably help you is, you know, the vision boards. But my vision board is Pinterest, okay? I love me some Pinterest. I have all my little collections of what I want to look like, what I want my life to look like, what I want to achieve in all aspects of my life, and that's my vision board. Also YouTube. I think for me, watching women who look like me, who are living the life that I want, can be motivation. Obviously, like, you know, there's a line between like admiration and like comparison, and obviously I don't want to be like, let me be exactly like this person. Of course, I'm my own person and they're their own person. How they got there and their journey is gonna look different from mine. But just seeing it as like, oh, they started from here and look where they're at right now. I'm sure I can do the same. Another tip to stay motivated: try not to be depressed. Try not to be depressed. I know that probably doesn't help because obviously, girl, I know. Like I know what being depressed during a semester looks like, and that's literally what I told myself. I'm like, girl, try not to be depressed. Try your best, please. And the last thing I want to talk about is things that I'm most excited about for this upcoming semester. Yes, I'm scared. Yes, I'm a little stressed out already for the stress that is about to come. I think I'm excited for maybe possible content ideas that could come out of this semester. New experiences, maybe I meet new people, maybe I, fingers crossed, maybe find an internship for the summer. I think that's a goal that I also want to complete this semester. Doing more campus events, being more active on campus, and meeting new people who share the same interests as me. And honestly, the last thing that I think I'm looking forward to is the summer. Is gonna be a good reward for all that I'm about to go through this semester. Hanging out with your friends, going to the beach. Well, I don't like the beach, but I'm sure a lot of you do. Going to the pool, going to different countries. Like, I think thinking of that as a reward, the crap that you're about to go through this semester. Doesn't that sound nice? Kind of. I hope so. So that is all for today's video. If you would like me to go into depth about other things or certain areas on school, or if you're interested in being a communications major when you go to college, or if you are one, please let me know your experiences. Help me know tips too that could help me making friends, how you're being organized, how you're making spring 25 your semester. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.